This conference will now be recorded.
Hey, hello everyone. Good evening. Sorry, some extended calls at the office, so which I got stuck. Yeah, and let's wait for one more minute. Others are joining, then we can proceed. Okay, let's start. So, what was the last topic that we have discussed? If I'm not wrong, the last topic was about substring, correct? So, next is going to be scan function. It's going to be a scan. So, why scan is used, I'll tell with an example first. Okay. I'm taking one simple data set. Let's say that here is going to be the data set. Guys, I'm just starting with scan function. Whoever joined recently, I'm telling you, I just have started with the scan function. So I'm going to explain the usage of the scan function with an example. Let's say I have my name here. Name is equal to, let's say, my full name is nothing but, let's say, Tenali Murali Krishna. All right. So in this, if someone asks me, hey, you have your full name with you, so why can't you give me your surname, your first name, your last name separately, right? This is my full name. So if someone has given the full name, I have to understand or I have to extract first name, last name, and middle name from this, or first name, last name, and surname from this. Can someone tell me how you are going to do it? If this is going to be the one, can I say that each one is nothing but one word here, correct? Based on a delimiter called space, I have to extract them. Am I correct? All I'm going to do is going to be, let's say this is going to be the one. So this is my space. So before the space, the first delimiter, sorry, before the delimiter, first one, second one, and third one. Am I correct? So how the scan is going to work is, when you need to extract when you need to extract a string, I can say that I can need to extract a string from a given sentence, or I can say that you need to extract something based on a delimiter. I mean to say, if you go with a substring, I'm going to do it based on the space, sorry, based on the position and the length. From what position, what is the length? From what position, what is the length? In that way, I have to do. Correct? That is what I have to do with the substring. But when it comes to the scan, it is not like that. I'm not going to consider what is my first position, second position, what is the length. I don't do it. I'll check what is going to be the data based on the delimiter. Suppose if I want my first name here, let's say first underscore name is equal to scan of my variable, comma, just to say where, which one I want to extract. Can I say, if I consider this as my delimiter, before the delimiter first word, correct? Suppose if I need, I can say that this is my surname. If I need my first name is going to be, if I consider space as a delimiter, if I consider space as a delimiter, it is going to be the second word. My last name is going to be my third word. Am I correct? With the respect to the space, first word, second word, third word. So how I'm extracting the words? The words I'm extracting based on this space. Correct? Let's see. Remember, you can ask me a question, Murli, why you are not mentioning a delimiter here? Because the default delimiter here is going to be space. Guys, basic extraction, all of you are able to understand? I just want to extract something based on the delimiter. But as long as space is a delimiter, I don't mention it. Okay. Why can't I go with another one? Let's say I'm just going with a comma. Now I do the same. Still I'm getting, right? Let's say other than space and comma, try something else. Let's say star. Now see this. What you can understand here? The delimiter, it is identifying on its own. One of the easiest way of understanding this is one of the commonly asked interview question when it comes to the version upgrades. When it comes to the version upgrades, if I want to go ahead and talk about the difference between SAS 9.2 and 9.4 till 9.4, sorry, till SAS 9.2, I cannot recollect anything other than the space as a delimiter. Only space will be taken as a delimiter. From 9.4 onwards, whatever here is the delimiter, it will automatically identify it. If you want, you can specify that as well, like this. I can specify this like this as well. I need to mention my delimiter is a space. In that way also you can do. So I'll tell you where it is useful. Someone has given your data like this. Tenali star, okay, Tenali, comma, Murali star Krishna. This is your data. I just want only two things there. Number one, my surname is Tenali. My name, first name is going to be, let's say, Murali star Krishna. Now, what is happening here? By default, wherever the special character is coming, it is automatically truncating that. But I need to tell SAS that, hey, don't consider any special character as a delimiter. My delimiter in this case is going to be only comma. If we go with any other thing rather than the comma, it is not going to be a delimiter for me. Now you can see if I put like this, it is going to say before comma the first word is Tenali, that is going to be my surname. After comma, this entire thing is going to be my first name, that is Murali Krishna. Do you understand now the differences, guys? Everyone, can I get a quick confirmation? I went in a flow because simple topic, how the SAS is going to extract, I'm teaching you. Questions. Questions.
Can you repeat the second one once again, Murli?
Which one?
The you gave the Tenali Murli
Which one?
Krishna, like only the first name and the surname and the first name.
Okay. Suppose if I don't put this, if I don't specify a delimiter, చెప్తానండి. If I don't put this delimiter, okay, what it will understand is wherever I have a special character, each special character is going to be a delimiter for it. So what it will understand is this is my total Give me a moment. It's going to say that wherever delimiter is there, it is going to break it. That can be a space, that can be a comma, that can be a star, that can be anything. Okay, now it will say that based on the delimiter, my first word is going to be this. My second word is going to be this. My third word is going to be this. Is that understandable? How it is splitting the data? All of you, first of all, whether you give space, whether you give comma, whether you give star, whatever you give there, right? Even if you give mix of characters also, it simply divide that, or it will simply separate each one based on the delimiter. Any special character, it will consider as a delimiter. Is that clear? How the delimiters are taken? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
అనిత గారు మీకు ఇది అర్థమైందా అండి నేనేం
Yes,
చెప్తున్నానంటే
sir.
ఓకే కూల్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ సపోజ్ ఇఫ్ ఐ గివ్ దిస్ వన్ ఇఫ్ దిస్ is my code, what is my code is telling here? I'm asking surname scan. I want to go for a scan. The scan function, how I want to do is from the name take the first one. This is the name, right? This is the entire name. I have already split into three words because based on the delimiter it automatically got a split. The first word is going to be Tenali, so my first name is going to be Tenali. Similarly, my second letter, that is second one, is going to be my first name. My last one is going to be my last name. Correct? What is the case? The case is going to be this. If I give the data like this, if my name is given like this, based on the space, it's split into three. Tenali, Murali, Krishna. Each one is going to be 1 1. Now, let's say this is the second instance. All of them are commas. Still, since all of them are commas, and when I go with a code like this, the same code if I go with, system still will understand like this only. Hey, first of all, user has not defined what is the delimiter is. Since he is not mentioned any delimiter, whatever the special characters comes, each special character is going to be my delimiter. I'll split like this. Is that clear? Suppose if I go like this, if I go like this time each one is star, but still user haven't mentioned anything. So my first delimiter, so this is my first word, second delimiter, my word, third delimiter, my word. That's it. Directly it will scan it. Because as long as I'm not mentioning what is my special character is. Come to a case where my data is like this, comma and star. But still star is a delimiter for me, comma is also a delimiter to me, and user haven't mentioned any delimiter. So what I understand is each delimiter I'll treat it as the same way only. So this is my first word, this is my second word, this is my third word. But the moment I give my delimiter here, let's say if I put comma as a delimiter now, let's say if I put comma as a delimiter now, what is going to happen? This is my delimiter. So what is my first word now? This entire thing is going to be my first word. This is my second word. There is no third word. Third word is going to be null, blank. Am I correct? Is this concept understandable?
Yeah,
Everyone?
clear maybe. Yes.
If I don't mention anything, any special character is a delimiter. But the moment I mention something, for an example, if I mention like this, I just say that star is my delimiter. The moment I say star is a delimiter, what is going to happen? This is my first word. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
This entire thing is going to be my second word.
Second.
Is that understandable, guys? Everyone? There's no third word because there is no another star. All of you are able to understand how scan works?
So if we give
Anita,
the
Swati,
star and
Tulasi. Sorry?
if we give the star and the comma as delimiter, then it will be like three words, right?
It will be both. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone? Any other questions?
Yeah, yes, one question. Like
Mhm.
here we have only one record. So
what if we have 3 records and out of
How
3
many
records,
numbers? Mhm.
yeah, out of 3 records, 2 records
Sorry,
has,
Tulsi, sorry, I'm
yeah,
losing your voice. Could you please be a bit louder?
yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Yeah. My question is like, what if we have 3 records and out of 3 records, 2 records has a single name called like a single name, and the third record has like 3 words as a single name. In that case, like how to give the code?
Okay. Still, it is going to be the same. Let's say that if my data is like this. Okay. Before I go to your question, how about others? All others are able to understand? Antagar?
Sir, until first delimiter name 1 and second delimiter name 2 అలా అవుతుందా సార్?
అర్థం కాలేదండి మీ క్వశ్చన్ నాకు అర్థం కాలేదు.
ఫస్ట్ డీలిమిటర్ వరకు నేమ్ 1, సెకండ్ డీలిమిటర్ వరకు నేమ్ 2 స్కాన్ దగ్గర.
ఎస్, మీరు సింపుల్గా డీలిమిటర్తో స్ప్లిట్ చేసుకోవాలి. మీరు ఏ డీలిమిటర్ ఇలా
ఆ
స్పెసిఫిక్గా
1 to
మెన్షన్
3
చేయకపోతే
డీలిమిటర్. ఓకే.
1 2 3 డీలిమిటర్ కాదండి, ఏ వర్డ్ అనేది ఫస్ట్ వర్డా సెకండ్ వర్డా థర్డ్ వర్డా. అంటే ఇప్పుడు
ఓకే.
నాది ఇది అనుకోండి, దీంట్లో ఇది నా డీలిమిటర్ పక్కన
ఎస్.
పెట్టేస్తుంది, ఇది నా డీలిమిటర్ పక్కన పెట్టేస్తుంది. మొత్తం ఎన్ని వర్డ్స్ ఉన్నాయి?
3
3. ఇక్కడ 1 అని ఉంటే ఫస్ట్ వర్డ్ తీసుకోమని, ఇక్కడ 2 అని ఉంటే సెకండ్ వర్డ్ తీసుకోమని, ఇక్కడ 3 అని ఉంటే థర్డ్ వర్డ్ తీసుకోమని.
ఓకే.
అర్థమైందండి? Any other
ఎస్ సార్.
questions from anyone, guys? Except the question from Tulsi. The question from Tulsi is going to be like this. Let's say, what if my first name is like this, my second name is going to be O, my third name is going to be Srihari. Tulsi, is that meet your requirement? If I have
Yes,
data like this,
yes.
I can write the same code. Let's say data emp, right? Input. Let's say I'm just going with the name. Let's say $30. It will be the entire name. Yeah. That is another question. By default, any special character you can consider as a DLL. Exactly. That is how you need to understand. Correct. Let's say input name $30. Now, let's say that data lines. Here it is. Data lines. I'll read it as it is. Unwrapped. So what I need now. Let's say for this particular guy, whatever I have the first word, let's say that is going to be the first name, or it will make more sense. It is going to be, the data is going to be like this. Whatever is going to be the first word, that is going to be my first name. Whatever is going to be the last word, that is going to be that, whatever is going to be the last one is going to be the last name, right? This guy has first name, middle name and last name. Okay, or I can consider that as first name, last name and surname. So there are 3 things I have to read. So first name I should read, last name I should read, surname I should read. Okay. Now the question is, for the first person, all the 3 are exist. For the
Is it
remaining
first?
2%, those are not.
Murli, it should be middle name. Last name and surname would be the same, right?
Okay, I just given like this. Okay, fine. Let's go like this. Okay, no issues. Okay. Now, for the first person, I have all the 3 names exist. So based on him, I'm writing, let's say, substr of my default delimiter is going to be the space. So based on the space, if you take the first word, that is going to be my first name.
Scan.
If I take second, it is going to be, scan. I'm thinking something, sorry. Yeah. If I take second word, that is going to be middle name. If I take third word, that is going to be the surname. Correct? So what is the expected output now? Can I say my expected output is going to be like this? My first name, middle name, surname. My expected output is going to be Murali, like this for the first one. Now you guys tell me what I can get it for the second one. Now you guys tell me. For the record number 2, where my blue color ball is here. So what is going to be the output that you are thinking?
First name would be Om.
First name will be Om.
Yeah, middle name would be blank and surname would be blank.
But blanks are nothing but here missing value.
Missing
Correct?
values. Yes.
Right. How about the next one? Sri. I have the middle name Hari, but this guy doesn't have your last name. Am I correct? So Tulasi, now you are clear? If you want, I can run it for you. Done? Is that what your expected output is? Can you see? Murali, Krishna,
Yes, yes.
Tenali, Om, both of them are missing values. Sri Hari, missing value. Is that clear?
Yeah, clear.
If it is there, you are going to get it. When it is not there, there is nowhere that you are going to get it. Right? The same scan function, guys, I can also write it in a different way. The same scan function. For an example, I'll take this. I can write it like, for an example, the same one I can take. Instead of giving the positive integers, I can give the negative integers. Meaning, this is my last one, right? I need Tenali. Tenali is going to be from the opposite direction, third word, correct? From the left to right, first one. From right to left, that is from the opposite direction, it is the third word, correct? Ideally, it is going to be a third word. It is going to be a second word. It is going to be a first word in opposite direction. But how to mention the direction? I'll simply say minus. I'm simply telling that if I put minus, the meaning is look from the other direction. That is, read the data from right to left. When I'm reading from right to left, you can see that first word, second word, third word. The third word is going to be the surname. Make sense, guys? Simple concept. You're going to get it same, no differences at all. Tenali, Murali, Krishna. But you're asking system not to go from left to right. Instead of that, you're going from the right to left. Is that clear to everyone? Is that clear?
Yes, Murali.
All right. Any questions from anyone?
When will you use this?
Same thing. If I have a word, if I have a string, I want to extract part of that particular string based on the delimiter. One of the example is first name, last name. This is one
From
of the
right
example.
to from right
That
to
is up to you.
left.
That is up to you. That is up to you. Okay.
Okay.
If you ask me, okay, wonderful, wonderful. Let me tell you. If I ask me, hey, I always, when I can use a right, because there should be an answer, right? There should be a reason why we are doing it, right? Okay, let's go with this. Om, let's say that Murali Krishna Tenali. Let's go with some other name here. Bindu Patibandla. Right? Let's say here Venkata Sai Kishan Koppavarapu. My friend names guys all this, don't worry. Now you can see. I need the surname, guys. I need the surname. How do you write it? 50. Just forget about this. I'm just reading the name first. Okay. I need only the surnames. What is the surname here? The surname is going to be the last word in each name, correct? If I want to go with the position, for the first one, I need to read the third word. For the second one, I need to read the second word. For the last one, I need to read the fourth word, correct? I cannot give a constant name in the scan, right? Am I correct? I just need a surname, guys. If I want to write the surname, okay, I just want to go with a scan. If I want to go with a scan, the problem here is going to be scan name, comma. For the first one, it should be 3. For the second one, it should be 2. For the third one, it should be 4th. Am I correct? It's difficult, right? But if you see, if I put -1, what will happen? For everything, it is going to be the last from extreme right hand side word is going to be my surname only. So even if it is going to be a third word, fourth word, fifth word, I don't mind. From the right hand side, it is going to be the first word. Done? Have I read it correctly? Now you guys understand why I should go for this particular one. Anita, is that clear?
Yes, yes.
Perfect. Thanks for asking. Everyone, any other questions on this? Any questions, guys? Okay. Next one is I want to go with tran word. I want to go with tran word. Let me know if you have any questions because I'm understanding that there are no questions. I'm proceeding further. But if you have any other questions, ask me. Tran word. For an example, I'll tell you what is called tran word is and why should I use it. Okay. Let's say there is a small bakery and they are very famous for the puffs. Let's say bakery. So input, I'm just reading item, or I can say puff. What puff it is? Let's say data lines. Under the data lines, I'm just going with, let's say here I'll go with 30 dot egg puff, and then veg puff, and then chicken puff. Or I can say that paneer puff and mushroom puff. Let's say that this bakery is purely a veg one, a veg bakery. They will not go with any non-veg items. But I can see that there is one non-veg item, egg puff, which is not there, but someone accidentally updated it. It is not a egg puff, it is going to be veg puff only. But someone instead of writing the veg puff, they have written egg puff. How I can correct this? How I can correct this? Someone has accidentally entered this particular data. I want to replace a whole word. I need to replace a word. Or I can also give a meaningful one. Let's say chicken puff. I'll tell you why I have changed it. I want to replace chicken with a veg. That is my requirement. How to do it? Because if I go with the egg, the number of letters are going to be the same. You think of substring left, correct? You use substring left and you can replace it,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, but that is not my requirement here. Is because now if I change the length, right? Since they change the length, it automatically, I cannot replace a 3 things with 5 or 6 letters, correct? So here I am replacing a word, complete word with another word. So for this, I can go with tran word. So puff is equal to tran word of, right? My source and the target and the replacement. My source is going to be puff. I want to replace, since it's going to be a string, right? I have to put it in the double quotes. I want to replace chicken with which. That's it. Where I want to replace, what I want to replace, with what I want to replace. Done? Is that clear, guys? It is a word-to-word replacement. It won't bother about the length. It won't bother about what is the starting position, what is the ending position, nothing. And also, I can tell one thing. There is somewhere here, let's say, puff chicken is there. Someone has mentioned puff chicken. So now here also I need to replace the chicken with veg, right? Suppose if I want to go with substring left, only based on the position I can do. But it is not about the position. Anywhere in the string, if I want to replace the word, I can replace it. Can you see? It doesn't bother about what position it is. It only bother about, do I have the word chicken in my entire name or not? As long as it finds it, it will replace it. Make sense, guys? Can you understand now the difference between substring left and transword? Anyone? Any questions?
Basically, substring goes with the length, right? In here, it goes with the word.
Substring goes with the length. Substring also goes with the position.
Position, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, here I don't need to bother about the position. I don't need to bother about the length. Anywhere in my entire variable, wherever I find it, I can replace it. Guys, questions? Able to understand the difference between, you can also have a quick check here. You can see here I have used substring left. If I'm going with the substring left, I have clearly mentioned what is my starting position, is how much length I have, and with what I have to replace. Everything I need to mention on the phone, right? Only if it is going to be first position, from the first position 6 characters only it is going to replace. Correct? If correct, but if I come back to this, it is not going to be like this. From the first position, not only 3 characters, sorry, from the first position, not only 6 characters. Even this is from 5th position to 6th characters. It never mind what is the position, what is the length. All it is going to do is, do I have a word or not? If I have a word, replace it. Word to word replacement. Clear? Any questions from anyone? Okay, hope no questions. Yeah, I'm going with the next one. The next one is going to be translate. The translate is pretty much same as your what to say, transword. A small difference, a very small difference. Let's take the same example, but when it comes to the translate, it is going to be a bit different. That is, it never bothers about what to say. Let's say wherever capital P is there, wherever capital P is there, I want to replace that with the small p. Wherever capital V is there, I want to replace that with the small v. What I have to do? This is my requirement. Capital P need to replace with small p. All right. And wherever I have capital V, I want to replace that with the small v. It is not only for the capital letters and small letters. I want to say that one letter to letter, wherever I have this letter to letter, I want to replace. Right. So now I can go with here, translate. Can you see? Small change in the syntax also. Small change in the syntax also. Of, comma. What I have to say before, what to replace with what to replace. Here it is going to be different. What I want to replace should be on the right hand side. I want to replace capital P with the small p. I want to replace capital V with small v. You can put any number of characters. It is going with individually. It is not going to say PV word with PV word. It is going to replace capital P with small p, capital V with small v. That is letter to letter replacement. How many letters are there? It is going to replace all of them. Can you see? Just capital P becomes small p, small capital V becomes small v, capital P becomes small p, correct? If you want to do some irregular thing, let's say that Murli, instead of E or F or something, can you do something else, right? Maybe I have E. I want to replace E with N, guys. Just E with N. I want to replace E with N. I want to replace E with N. Because you can see that here I have E, here I have E, here I have two E's. Both the E's it is going to convert. Here I have E, it is going to convert. Just understand letter to letter replacement. How many letters are there? All the letters it is going to replace. Can you see this? E become capital N, E become capital N, double E's are there, both the E's becomes capital N. Here I have E, E become capital N. Understandable, guys? If your requirement is word to word, go with tran word. If your requirement is letter to letter, how many letters are there? All the occurrences I want to replace. I go with translate. Based on the position I want to do, then I can go ahead with substring left. There are three replacement options. One, if you know the position and if you know the length, go ahead with substring left. I want to replace only the character, individual string of characters, go with translate. I want to replace word to word, I can go ahead with the tran word. All of you are clear? Any questions? Questions?
I want to ask something.
Yes, please go
So
ahead.
in translate in the previous statement when we converted PV, right? PV into
Mm,
PV. So there's a
mm.
sequence of PV and PV. So we have to maintain the sequence, or we can do it otherwise, like PV and VP.
No, no. In that case, suppose if you
No.
do PV with VP, capital V will be replaced with small p, capital P will be replaced with small p.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Same position, same position. Questions? Any questions from anyone? Okay. That's a small change in the sequence, guys. I'm just changing the sequence. I'm bringing the count function to the top and also compare function to the top. I'll finish these two, 11, 12, 13, and 14. I'll just change the order. Now I'm going with count functions. Let's take this one. This is a good example. I have employee names. All right. All I need is, I need the count of words, guys. How many words are there? In each name, how many words are there? All right. In each name, how many words are there? That is my question. Okay. So how I can do this? I can simply do that by using, let's say, count. Let's say word count. Word count is equal to count of name. It will simply give me the count. What happened? Why it throws the error? Some error. It's saying doesn't have. Okay. I have to mention what is my delimiter. Okay, give me a second. What it is doing? Just give me a second, guys. I'm not a big fan of using the functions. I do it in a different way. Specifies a character constant variable which seem to be constant in the modifiers. Okay, I think this is different. Count W, name, command. I have to go with, I think, name. Yeah. Sorry, guys. It's count W. For the words, it is going to be count W. Count is there, count C is there, count W also there. I'll give you what is called count is. First of all, is this clear? First, I want to see how many number of words are there. I can go with the count W function. It will simply give me there are 3 words here, there are 2 words here, there are 4 words here. Right? In the same one, I can also go with count. Let's say I just need the letter count, guys. What is that? I just need how many characters are there. Just how many characters are there, nothing else. In that particular case, that is letter count. How many letters are there? Then I'll go with count of. Here you can see, if I take this entire one, how many of them are there totally? 22 are there, correct? This is the position 1, so totally 21 characters are there. Let's say I don't want spaces, right? If I don't want spaces, what I can do? I can use compress. So compress of name, what it is going to do? It is going to remove the spaces, correct? And then it is going to calculate the remaining, correct? Now I'll say the substring I have to give. So I can give any substring. It is going to be a character constant or a variable or anything. So first I'll say double quotes. Let's see what it is going to do for you. Oh, sorry. I'm doing something wrong.
Is it count or count W? In here, the letter count is equal to.
Sorry. No, letter count is not word. I'm not looking at the words. I'm looking at the total number of characters. How many characters are there? That's what I'm looking.
Count C, you have to mention C there.
No. The thing is, there is something fishy. I'm not able to figure it out why. But I'm just thinking, because I generally what do is, if I need the letter count, I don't use this method. I'll go with the other method. Because how many letters are there? If I want to do it, I can simply do like this. If I want to do on my own, I won't use much of the functions. Instead of that, I'll simply say length of compress of name. That is going to be the same time here. 21 I'll get. That's 20 I'll get for the first one. 19, because if the total length is going to be 21, if I remove the 2 spaces, it is going to be 19. It's straightforward. I generally use this particular method. I'm just trying to understand count. I haven't used much. I'm just trying to understand what is the use of count. You understand what I'm trying to say? If I need the individual letters, I can use this method. I can directly get it. I just compress it. I just go with the length. It is automatically give me total. Count C function, I know what it will do. For an example, if I want to see what count C function will do is, okay, let's go with the count C. I'll tell you later. I want only the uppercase count. I want only the uppercase count. Let us say upper count. Then I can say count C. This function I'm very clear. I'll say that name, comma, all the upper list. That is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. I'll give like this. If I need lower count, all the small case count, if I need it, I can simply put lower count here. I'll say count C. All this entire thing here is there now. I'll just convert it into the lower. Now you can see it is going to give me the uppercase count and lowercase count. See, there are 3 uppercase characters M, K, T. So 3 I got. There are 2 capital letters B and P. I got 2. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. The remaining are going to be the small case characters, right? That is the reason I use count C. Count C function I'm 200% sure. Count D also, count W also I'm sure. Count I haven't worked on that much because I only need, whenever I need something, I can always write a code for it if I don't know the function. But I'll see to the count function what it is and I'll explain that. Okay. For now,
And
just go with count.
Yeah, just one thing only. Is a input name we are giving, right? Is it the word count or the name count in the first line?
It is a word count. How many words are there? 3 words are there. 1, 2, 3. 2 words are there. 1 and 2. 4 words are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a word count.
Okay, so the length we are not getting. That's what you are saying, right?
No, we are not getting the length. We are just going with the word count. If I need the total length, I can go with the length function.
Okay.
My requirement is how many words are there in this name? How many
Okay.
words are in this name?
Mhm.
How many words are there in this name? Right? Any questions on this, guys? Count, I haven't teach you yet. Count, I'll check and I'll teach you because I generally don't use that. That's the reason I got stuck here. But don't worry, I'll check that and I'll let you know. Okay, count function is still pending from my end. I'll see to that. Any questions up to this? Can I get a quick confirmation? Okay. Now I'll give you a small task for your weekend. Small task. Don't depend on Google. Strictly, I'm telling you, don't depend on Google. Right? If you give me the logic also, I'm okay. But don't depend on the Google. Right? My requirement is here. Task. The same example. You can see here. From above example, find word count without using count W function. Don't use count W and get it. I'm asking, don't use count W. You can use any other function. I have covered the functions which are required to calculate it already. So don't use count W and write a code and give me what is the word count. Similarly, this is the first one. The second one is find uppercase count and lowercase count without using count C function. Guys, can you do it? Question is understandable? Can I have a quick confirmation from everyone? Question is understandable to everyone? I'm asking, don't use count W function. Count W function, if you use it, you will directly get it. Count C function, if you use it, directly you'll get it. Don't use count C and count W, but give me the total word count. I need this output. I need this output. The total output I need. But don't use count D and count W and count C functions. Your requirement clear? Can I get a confirmation?
Yes. And I think
Yeah.
you already just did it with the length function.
You do whatever you want, but I need this output. Write a code and give it to me. Right? Okay, I'll also give you this code. This is how I need. Sample output also I'll give. This is my sample output. Yeah. Can we try this, guys? This is how my sample output should look like. Questions from anyone? Any questions from anyone?
Yeah, one small question. Like this is about the assignment you gave last week. So, are we going to discuss the solutions for the questions in the assignment?
Yes. Yes, we will. Otherwise, how it will be, because just for the benefit of everyone, yes, I will discuss once. Definitely I'll discuss.
Okay.
Otherwise it is difficult, na?
Yes, yes.
I'll definitely discuss.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. So I'll just say module number 2. In the module number 2, I'll say character functions. Done. We go with my Gmail. Let me send it right away. Otherwise, I'll forget. Any questions, guys? Meanwhile, I can answer that.
Sir, Hello.
Sorry.
Sir, I have sent mail regarding assignment.
I'll check that. And I haven't checked any of your mails so far. Okay, but I'll check that and I'll do it. Okay, because I'm not finding the time. I'll
Okay,
only do it
thank
during weekends. I'll only do it during the weekend, so I'll do it. Okay. Let me see if I miss anyone from here. Reply all. Let's delete numbers. Edit subject. Jan 2021. Let's see who's all there. Sai Haider is there. Anita, Mahendra, Tulsi, Hasmi, Shiru. Who's this? Harni Reddy, Usha, and Paladu Swati 96. Okay. Then module 2, character functions. I have to include Balusar as well. It will be useful. Mm, and always find yeah, I'm done. Okay, guys, have a good weekend. Today I'll send character functions, other functions as well, because I'll just give you the reference so that you can also read to that. Okay. And weekend I'll go with your all the assignments, who and all completed it, who and all reached to me. I'll go with all of your assignments and I'll reply back to you. Okay. Thank you,
Okay,
guys.
thanks. Bye. Have a nice weekend.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. See you.